Welcome to Starsnip Gossip. Elizabeth Hurley, one of Britain's most recognizable actresses and fashion figures, took the witness stand at London's High Court and delivered testimony that instantly became one of the most talked about moments in the ongoing tabloid privacy trial shaking the UK media world. Hurley appeared as a claimant in the case against Associated Newspapers Limited, the publisher behind the Daily Mail and Mail on Sunday. The lawsuit alleges years of unlawful information gathering, including phone tapping, bugging of private property, surveillance, and the use of private investigators to obtain personal information about public figures. In court, Hurley described what she said was a relentless and deeply invasive intrusion into her private life. She alleged that her home landline was tapped and that listening devices were placed around her property, including near windows. She stated that private conversations were accessed without consent and that intimate details of her personal life appeared in newspapers without explanation or warning. As her testimony continued, Hurley became visibly emotional. She told the court that deeply personal information, including medical details during her pregnancy with her son Damien, was published in tabloid stories. She described the experience as humiliating and distressing, especially because it involved her child, who had no choice or protection from public exposure. The courtroom fell silent as Hurley struggled to continue at moments, her voice breaking while recounting the impact the coverage had on her sense of safety and dignity. The emotional weight of revisiting years of alleged surveillance and exposure was evident as she addressed the court under oath. Hurley is not alone in this case. She is one of several high-profile claimants, including Prince Harry and Sir Elton John, who are collectively challenging what they claim were widespread and systematic practices used by the publisher to obtain stories. Prince Harry was present in court during Hurley's testimony, having given his own evidence earlier in the trial about the effects of tabloid intrusion on his life and relationships. The allegations span decades and describe a media culture accused of prioritizing sensational stories over personal boundaries. Claimants argue that private lives were treated as commodities, harvested through covert means and presented to the public without consent. Associated Newspapers Limited has strongly denied all allegations. The company maintains that its journalism was conducted lawfully and that stories were sourced through legitimate methods. Its legal team has described the claims as exaggerated and lacking evidence, rejecting the assertion that illegal practices were used. Despite those denials, the testimony has ignited intense public interest. News outlets across the UK, Europe, and the United States reported on Hurley's appearance almost immediately. Clips, headlines, and courtroom sketches spread rapidly online, turning her emotional evidence into a viral moment that reignited long-running debates about press ethics and celebrity privacy. Hurley's courtroom appearance marked a rare moment where a glamour icon known for red carpets and fashion campaigns stood stripped of image and performance, speaking plainly about fear, exposure, and loss of control. There were no costumes, no camera flashes, no rehearsed lines, only sworn testimony laid bare before the court. The trial continues, with further witnesses expected and legal arguments still unfolding. What remains fixed is the impact of that day in court, an unfiltered account of fame colliding with alleged surveillance, and a reminder of how public figures can find their private lives turned into public spectacle. This case is ongoing, unresolved, and closely watched. Its outcome may reshape conversations around privacy, power, and the cost of being endlessly visible in the modern media machine.